Hi everyone, it's Meredith Alexander with Sky is the Limit, and I hope your day is off to an amazing start. So today I want to share with you one thing, one secret that you can start doing today that will set yourself up to rock star status of resilience. As you can imagine, people are constantly asking me, how did I find resilience in the midst of the chaos of the situation with the boulder coming down and crushing my youngest daughter? And I will tell you that resilience was not something that I woke up and pulled out of a treasure chest and put on like a piece of jewelry. That resilience came from practicing one aspect of my life, and that is the power of our stories. Our minds love stories. That's why it's so much easier to remember a story than it is to remember a list of facts. So our minds love stories and automatically gravitate to stories, and then our minds can't resist quantifying those stories, which stories are real and which stories are wrong or not real. So there's the clue. What is your story? What kind of story are you pulling from the circumstances of life that either you've lived or that you've viewed, that you've experienced, that you've or even heard about around you? So the more powerful your stories about each aspect of life, the more powerful your results are going to be in those aspects of life. So here's a challenge. Here's an exercise that I would absolutely suggest that you do today. Imagine that you're sitting down at the table and you are talking to someone who demands that you be realistic about how you perceive your life. What are your qualities? What are your characteristics? And how does each aspect of your life look like realistically? So write this down, write these words down. Then pick some of the key words. So for example, let's suppose that maybe you say that you're an introvert. I was recently with a young man who described himself as an introvert. And if you pull that word in the thesaurus and you look at the synonyms, all of the synonyms are very, very disempowered words. So by calling yourself an introvert, what you are doing is programming your mind to identify you as someone who starts from a position of some sort of a handicap, a lack of power. So for conversational purposes, let's look at someone like Gandhi. Would Gandhi be described as an introvert? And yet certainly he wasn't boisterous or a life of a party, or I don't even think you would call him an extrovert. And yet he was a very, very great and impactful human being. So one can be observant, one can be mindful, one can be someone who likes to take their time before evaluating and assessing a situation, and have those be very, very, very empowering qualities. So I would suggest that you look at the words that you have used to describe yourself, your life, your story, everything that is happening to you or for you, I would propose, and see what other words could you substitute, for example, introvert for observant. Because you like to go into a situation and you like to potentially take a look around. Look at those words and look at those synonyms, and I think you'll find that those synonyms tend to be a bit more powerful. So then I would invite you to play with this description and see where you can substitute those more empower words and create a churning story. And then imagine 5 years from now that you have achieved anything and everything that you want in your life. And it's all precisely because of these qualities in your life. You are a superhero. And even if you're a Gandhi type superhero who wasn't necessarily a wow firework, but more of a bubbly, churning, quiet, babbling brook, you're a superhero. So practice that story today. When you have a quiet moment, when you're in your car, any opportunity that you have, practice telling yourself that story that is realistic about yourself. You still have those qualities. You still have absolutely every circumstance that you've lived through in life, but it's what you make them mean. It's how you make them indicate something about yourself and who you are now and where you hope to go. And when you can take the various aspects of your life, but specifically who you tell yourself you are, who you identify yourself as being, when you can realistically have your mind associate who you are as a character of strength, then no matter what circumstances you encounter, you will launch from a place of strength and not of weakness. So I hope that this little tip has helped you today. I hope you'll go out and create an amazing story about yourself. Again, the same life that you've lived, just give yourself the credit where credit is due and look with those empowered eyes, because you never know where this is going to lead, and you are still very much in the middle of your story. So start building an empowered story now, and when you get to the most courageous parts, the sky will be the limit. So this is Meredith Alexander signing off from now. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Be the absolute best version of yourself. Have a blast. And until next time, if you'd like to learn more, go check out my website, meredithalexander.com, and I will see you soon. Bye.